Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Friday Night Motorsport. My name is Nick and we're presenting to you the GSRC Friday Night Radicals from Circuit Park Zandvoort in Holland. Joining me tonight will be Joe Baldwin. He'll be pushing the buttons. Joe, good evening.
Good evening, Nick. How are you, mate? Welcome to Zandvoort, everybody. This is going to be a cracking race. Can't wait for this. Yeah, threw them for a bit of a loop with the track choice. Right in the middle of the screen there's a run-through. So this is actually the national circuit that we're running tonight. One thing the guys weren't expecting, so they've been practicing. There's been a couple of incidents there. So something that they're going to have to pay attention to in the race to make sure that there's no incidents. So, yeah, they'll have to keep their eyes open for that one, Nick.
Yep, and there you see it. There's another hairpin, so another passing opportunity. I chose tracks that are close to a minute in length, so I guess a pigeon amongst the bulls, or whatever you want to call it. As we can see here, track temperature is 19 degrees. We've got a bit of humidity in the air. It's a bit like Brisbane at the moment. Winds are gusty at 20 kilometers an hour, and yeah, it's partially cloudy. So as you can see, the beach is not that far away, a couple hundred meters off to the left there of screen, but no sand on the circuit, which should be good. But there's another hairpin. So you got Tarzan, the first hairpin, the hairpin behind the pits, and then a hairpin up over the hill, which will catch a few people out on the first lap. So dinner plates for eyes, I think, Joe.
Yeah, definitely. And these cars, they've got plenty of grip when you get the speed up, but those hairpins, the grip will go away, which will make it really, a bit of a challenge for them. But here we got the current championship up into 10th. It shows 2 9s there, but Chris Noble's leading the way, barely over Stuart Ellis by 1 point. Adam Maverick in 3rd. Fred Kahn is only another 10 points behind in 4th, so very tight there. Aidan Luthwaite, he's also only another 5 points back. John Merritt, another 5 points back, and we know he had a shocker last week, so he'll be looking to put in a good night at racing tonight if he's actually in here. I can't say that I've seen his name though, which is surprising. So John might be missing tonight. And only another 6 points behind again. So it's really tight, to be honest. He's Dane Snadden in 7th. Ashley Lear is ever consistent in 8th. And Alex Court and Asushi Osufune share 9th with 113 points, Nick.
I want to point out too, the first two are obviously separated by a point, but you look at their average finish, 9.1 and 9.2. So you just got to keep finishing consistently. So we'll cut back to the live pictures from Zandvoort up here in the chopper. We'll get down to... is there anybody still qualifying? There's still a handful of cars, but they don't seem to be on track. Oh no, there's a car. Who's that?
Here we go. So this is Bobby Camo. He's out there doing some laps around. They're such fantastic little cars, these. Like, it's I'm almost dirty that I've got to broadcast and don't get to race these. And I know you're the same as well, Nick. It's they're one of those cars that have been on the service for a long time, and we've done a lot of hours of driving these. But when you get big full fields like we've got here tonight, it can be a real challenge just to not so much keep it on track, but to know when to make moves and keep it clean. Like they're an awesome little car that race really well. So, and I think a track like Zandvoort here is really, it's going to be a real challenge for him. Nice, fast flowing with a couple of tight little sections thrown in there to go with it.
Yeah, exactly. So, obviously down the front straight here with Bobby, he's just done a 64.2. That puts him, having a look here, he's currently sitting in 19th spot. The pole being Aidan Luthwaite on a 62.90 teammate. And here we got Fred Kahn and Sam Katakazinas. So Sam here is currently sitting 11th. Coming to the... What is he? Oh no, he's in the first sector, up behind the pits here. And then up through the banking there, through the bowl, up over the hill. But by the time you get going, it's time to brake again. And it's a really awkward brake zone too. So we'll see some action here as we see Sam running wide, exactly what I thought was going to happen. Because it's an early apex, and then you got to kind of keep it reasonably tight to get around. Into the right-left chicane. He's missed that apex too. There's your problem, is a ghost driver in the car. And then up to the final 2 turns, final brake zone, and then flat out Brussels sprout through the banking here. I love how they've added the banking in, actually. It's actually quite good. So it's, yes, it is easy flat in a downforce car, but it just adds that little bit of another element to the racetrack here, as we see Sam coming across. There's only 4 cars on track: Yeaman, Katakazinas, Chapman and Khan. Once again, we got the weather and the details there on the right-hand side. The barometer is ridiculous. I don't even know how many hectopascals that is. But,
a lot.
it's a lot of pressure. But unfortunately, these cars don't have wet tyres, so they haven't enabled it. But no doubt when we do, especially at a place like this, it's very easy for a storm or some rain to breeze in off the coast right behind this camera here onto the circuit. So something to look forward to in future updates, as we see who we're on board with. Sam Chapman.
It's Chapo, yep.
Just completed a lap,
and
he done a 63.8. Sorry, Joe.
I was going to say, for those that missed it last night, this guy here in the Porsche Elite Cup put in probably nearly the drive of his career within the club in the bucketing rain for both races. And you had the likes of Corey Lazarus, Matthew Dench, all the guns of the Porsche Cup. And Chapo saved fuel and got to the end of the race. And on the last corner at Alton Park, was that Brands Hatch? On the last corner, Denchi ran out of fuel, Simon Mazzomo ran wide, and Chapo come and took home the chocolates. It was an amazing finish. It was great to be a part of it. And it was really good. So, but here's our
Bowen's own grid.
Grid for the Bowens, DownForce Legends.
And funnily enough, a Bowen's car on the pole, Aidan Luthwaite from Stuart Ellis to the front row, Chris Noble, David Gowans, Atsushi Osafune, Dan Yeoman, David Baz, Adam Lavis, Trent Allen and Alex Court round out your 10.
Over the page, Sam Katakazunas in P11, Jackson Dial in 12. Sam Chapman, last night's Porsche winner, in 13th. Aussie Racers, Paul Wood in 14th. Greg Heaney and Adam Proctor are in 15 and 16. Row 9 is filled up by Kevin Henderson and Fred Kahn, Bobby Camo and Sean McClure on the 10th row.
And then to round out the field, we got Kurt Normanton and Sean Reese, Scott Jordison, Trent Naylor, and then it looks like these guys haven't set a time. Eduardo Zamora, Josh Suino, Liam Amos, and Wayne Vizzer, and they're gridding up now. Looks like Liam and Wayne aren't gridding, so we'll see what happens. They still may grid, but their names haven't lit up on their timing sheets here. As you look down on the track into the final turn, we'll listen for those revs. Better turn it up on my end as well.
Just
waiting patiently.
It's somebody back there on the grid hasn't gridded up, so we're still about
a couple of people
30 seconds from the start. So
Chapman's on the grid now. Katakazinas and Lavis we're just waiting on.
And until we hear some RPM, we might as well just have another quick look over it. So obviously, as we've said before, the national configuration, 19 degree air temp, 90% humidity, partly cloudy with 18 km/h winds. And being partly cloudy should lend a bit of grip for these little cars.
Here we go. 3 lights. And green. All right, reasonable getaways for most people. No one cutting across the track with too much thunderfoot, and we're down into Tarzan for the first time. We're looking at Stuart Ellis here, right behind Aidan Luthwaite in first and second. Doug Gowans in third there, and it looks like they got through Tarzan pretty cleanly here. Behind the pits, through the fast right-hander, and through the banking for the very first time for 20 minutes of Circuit Park Zandvoort. Sounds like there's something happening in the background. Skycam brought to you by Waste Options. Into the hairpin. First lap, here we go.
Alex Court.
2 wide.
Sam he
just got run into.
Chapman got into the back of him.
4 cars.
There's a number of them. Sam Katakazunas, Paul Wood, Adam Proctor, and Fred Kahn all involved in that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate for that one incident. So here we go again. These guys last week, Aidan Luthwaite and Stuart Ellis, they're back at it again, first and second position.
There we go, coming down the front straight into turn 1, Tarzan, Stuart Ellis, full throttle, and behind him, Gowans and Noble side by side through turn 1. Up through the Jarrett box, and then Seal side by side, and finally Noble in front, going to the Hugenholtz box. Nice low line there, but if you go to the high line, as you can see right behind them, Yeaman's got a good run.
Great move by Yeaman, what a move.
And he's going to have another look down here, Chris Noble, early apex, keep it tight, and his Star Spangled car. And then on the run down to the Hans Ernst box. All these German style names, even though it's Dutch.
But let's have an on board of this one. So Yeaman stayed wide, got the run off. Oh, Doug left him just enough room and he got the job done. That was a great move by Dan Yeaman. Well done.
Yeah, I mean, Logan Sargent could learn something from that. But anyway, through the Ari Lyondike box to complete the lap. As we see Yeaman here coming across in fourth. Well, he didn't get on the grass.
Yeah, he did.
So you can see all the cars line astern. There's a bit of action happening a bit further back. Side by side here, Dial and Atsushi Osafune. He's going backwards since the start. He's lost 5 spots already. It was one of his best qualifying efforts in this car so far. See the guys into the banking again. And, oh, don't use too much curb.
Another incident.
Logan Sargent.
What's happened to Sam? He's got no front on there, so he's... Oh...
And he got the grass.
He did. Unfortunate for Sam, it's... with a little short track like this and a short race for race 1, I probably wouldn't be trying to battle along with no front. I would probably go and just get it fixed and try and keep your incidents down as we jump on board with Aidan Luthwaite, looking back at Stuart Ellis chasing him. He's now 1.5 back. And here's where it is. Chris Noble's all over the gearbox of Stuart Ellis at the moment.
Ellis, yeah. I was just going to say, Katakazinas is 7 seconds behind the guy in front, and he's 22 seconds of the guy behind him. So we see here Ellis and Noble taking the high line through the banking, which means you get on the power earlier and get a bit of a run off the corner. Ellis, Noble, Yeaman, second, third, and fourth. Into the short hairpin here. Then around onto the back straight. We see here Adam Lavis with Trent Allen right up his exhaust pipes here. Having a look into the chicane, and Kevin Henderson chasing Greg Heaney right there as well. Over our track cam, that's a fantastic shot. And you can see the guys coming to the end of the lap. So these laps are just
battle here with these guys at the moment. So we got Sean Reeves, Alex Court, Sean McClure, Fred Kahn and Scott Jordison. Oh, I know Scott's back a little bit, but those 4 guys, they're in a really close battle here. These 4.
I like McClure's paint job. It's the 1999 Le Mans winning Williams BMW paint job. As we see him going into turn 1 side by side with Fred. He's got the outside run, but he's on the curbs and he's conceded a spot to Fred. Fred with a great move there into Tarzan.
Josh Swino and Eduardo Zamora are having a good battle back here. These guys have gone back and forwards about 5 times in the last lap.
Yeah, Josh is up 4, Eduardo's up 2. So they're doing well. You can see the crowd there in the background coming into this hairpin here for the 5th time. And that's what I was going to point out, Joe. The laps are just a touch over a minute, which means roughly we'll get 19 or 20 laps out of this 20-minute race. We see here Trent Allen in 6th place. Coming through the Ari Lyondike corner onto the front straight and complete that lap. So number 5 in the book, starting number 6, and we now have Chris Noble here. Falling a little bit off the back of Stuart Ellis, but he's got Daniel Yeaman for company here as we head into behind the pits, into the banking. Bit of a lower line, and I saw Yeaman taking a bit of a higher line, so he might get some time on him there. Excuse me, 6 laps in, almost 6 minutes in, coming down to this hairpin, early apex, and then just gently feed in the power and run it out. So
very easy to thunderfoot it out of that hairpin in these little cars because you got all the speeds out of it, and being a ground effect style car with a big wing on the back as well. As we've said it week in, week out, once you get the speed knocked out of the cars in slow corners like that, all your aero downforce goes away. You're relying on mechanical, so you've got to get it in your mind of the differences in grip level between the higher speed sweeping corners and little low speed corners like that one. And Yeaman's doing a great job up here. Chris Noble, he's actually a championship leader, so he's definitely putting the pressure on him.
That's it. And where's Yeaman in the championship? I might have a quick look at that.
I'm already onto it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he's in 17th at the moment, but I don't think
he's got to run.
He didn't race last week.
He's got to run. He doesn't know which way to go, left or right. Is he going to go up the inside? He's going to go up the inside here.
And he gets it.
Into the hairpin, the cut
bit
through.
of a bump.
And he's got it. Take you to waste options for that sky cam, bring you the aerial shots. So missed the back half of the circuit with all the lakes and the like, and the sand dunes, and we cut back here to is this David Bads?
Dave Bads is 208.
Helping
Who looks
hand.
that?
At Suchi.
Yes, it was. Dave's done a good thing there. He just sat still.
That's it. Very predictable.
Not good for him for what happened, but he sat still. People got around him, and he gets to continue on. So unfortunate for Dave there. He was having a good drive up to that point. So yeah, a Sushi Osafuna. You'll probably get a wrap across the knuckles for that one by the look of it.
How bad does turn one look without all that corporate suite that they usually have there for the Formula One? And it looks really bare.
Yeah,
the big car park.
It does.
But we got Doug here, who's all by himself. He's a bit behind Chris Noble here, who's chasing down Daniel Yeaman with the rears locked into that one.
I was just about to say Yeaman's getting away, but he went and made a mistake right before our eyes there.
Currently, Aiden has the fastest lap on that last lap of 62.5. And he's got a 1.9 second lead over Stuart Ellis. And then Daniel Yeaman here, 1.5 seconds back off him with Chris Noble 6/10 behind him. There's your top four. As they come through the Ari Lyondike corner, complete another lap. 8 in the books. Lap number 9. And the field is just starting to stretch out. Our friend, I was literally about to say it, Jay, read my mind. Sam Chapman here, 10th behind Fred Kahn. He's going to have a look down here in the Tarzan. And
out of the draft.
Out he pops.
Yeah.
Under brakes.
Big braking move. Fred's gone deep. He's done well holding around the outside. But Chapo got the line off the apex.
Yeah.
It's got Jordison. He just did a good thing there coming out of the pits. He just didn't get in the middle of it. Oh no, Bobby Camo's come up on my radar here. Oh no, it was Bobby coming out of the pits. So he hasn't crashed. It's he's just going slow. Sean Rees and Alex Court are in a bit of a battle here.
So Chapo's making his way. He's now behind these two for 12th, 13th and 14th. As we cut back to
Proctor and Woodsy.
Proctor. Who's he got with him?
Paul Wood.
Paul Wood. And, inside move. Outside move. Let's see what works here. I think the outside's going to work because you just get a faster run. And Paul Wood stays ahead. Coming to that internal hairpin here. Early apex. Plenty of understeer. Look at it all. Plenty to hand out to everybody. And then make your way back down to the final sector of the lap.
So Jackson Dial might have had a bit of a moment. He outbraked himself down into one. Run off the track, has he?
There's plenty of understeer. There it is.
Picking the throttle up just a little bit too early. Hendo, what's happened to Hendo? Oh, he's touched the grass, just come off the curb. There, lock the rears.
And at the tricky brake zone because you're all constantly turning left or right through there. You see Doug Gowns here with some company. He's got Jackson Dial right behind him. Side by side down the front straight. Into the Tarzan. It looks like Jackson will take it unless Doug can. No, he's going to do the crisscross. I was going to say, you can keep the outside line, but these cars have got plenty of understeer built into the setup tonight, so it makes it just that little bit harder. to keep the outside line there at Tarzan. There's a bit of smoke. Someone's got a smoke screen there. Who was that?
I mean, that might be
have been
our good friend Scott Jordison, maybe. So
He's making his way down the back.
Oh.
He might be doing the Grand Prix circuit. And then he's making his way back to the pits there. Doug here coming through the final sector. Only a couple tenths to Jackson and a couple tenths back to Adam Lavis. Sorry, Joe, go.
Did we get the reverse grid for race 2 as 25 tonight, did we, Nick, or is it full grid?
Yeah, I've adjusted it. There's been some things that have been going on in the background. I don't know what, but I do hope, as we see Aiden set the fastest lap at 62.4. I checked it like Santa Claus. I checked it again, and hopefully I can deliver on that present and make sure it's only the top 25, which, strictly speaking, it'll be everybody on the grid except for one car. So,
yeah.
Which at this moment, Adam Proctor looks like he's going to get the pole.
Yeah, so Bobby Camo's still in the race, but he's a lap down at the moment. So, our battle for second at the moment.
It's heating up. Chris Noble, Stuart Ellis.
So, Noble, sorry.
There it is for third. So Chris has got he's on the graph here.
So Dan Yeaman's actually made his way up and past Stuart Ellis. We've missed that one on the pole. Oh, we've had a double crash. So Sean McClure.
Well, there's 3 cars here. There's one with the front missing.
Side
by side. Oh, buddy. Oh. Brakes locked everywhere. And it looks like that was Josh Suino with the front missing off the front of his car.
Josh Suino, yes.
There's a cut back to Chris Noble here. Chasing Stuart Ellis for third place. We're 13 in. We're on the 13th lap, 13 minutes in. We see them going through the hairpin now, rejoining the return straight as we jump on the nose of Chris Noble's car. Take it to flash graphics. Coming into that chicane, second last braking zone, get a good run out of here. And into the final brake zone, the second last turn. Still using the grass into there. They're going to catch him out at some point. And plenty of curb and then through the final turn. I guess, Joe, will do your thing. Because the numbers aren't as big, so the field isn't as big, so the numbers aren't as big. The movers and shakers.
Yes, so it's pretty light on, really. As far as the ups go, Sean Rees, he's actually our biggest mover in the field on the upscale. He's up 9 positions at the moment from where he started.
Oh, just behind him, Henderson and Khan into turn 1. And Khan around the outside, Henderson on the inside. And they're still side by side. Khan got the run off there. Henderson's given him plenty of room, but Henderson's got it now. Sorry, I had to interrupt you there, Joe.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So Sean Rees is just up in front of these guys that are battling. That was how we managed to see him. So he's up 9 spots. And we got a Jackson Dial. He's up 6. Then you've got the likes of Greg Heaney's having a great night here. So he's at the back end of the 10. He's up 5 positions from where he started. Kurt Nomenson's up 5.
Go back to Greg Heaney. He spun it.
I'm sorry, Greg. That was the curse of the commentator. That's my bad. My bad, Greg. I'm sorry. So, as it goes, Greg's actually having a great night. He's in the position where he started in 15th, so he hasn't gone up or down.
He's good, yeah.
Sorry, Greg. Eduardo Zamora and Josh Suino, as much as Josh has had a rough night by the look of it so far, he's still up 5 positions from where he started, but the biggest losers, there's actually 2 of those. So at the moment, Dave Baz is down 10. He's about to make that down 9. Yeah, blame me, Michael. Yep, that's my fault. Good big battle here by Baz and Nominson. These guys are turning it on. So Nominson's having a good night tonight. Oh, around the outside. Look at that. So he's now down 9, and Paul Wood, he's having a bit of a shocker tonight. He's down 11. So they're your big movers and your shakers tonight. As Dan Yeaman, for the guys up the front, He's up 4 and in second position. So, and he's also currently the fastest lap with a 1:02.33.
Yeah, he's doing very well tonight. That American adorned car, no doubt, that was the election during the week. But some of the closest fights, Chris Noble still behind Stuart Ellis here. They're just a bit further back in the shot there. Jackson Dial got some company for Trent Allen behind them. And then a bit further back, Sam Chapman and Alex Ford. They're the 3 closest battles. And then the 4th one will be Fred Carr and Kevin Henderson. So there's Sam Chapman there. Currently 2/10 behind Alex Court into the hairpin. And this is for the back end of the top 10. Alex Court holding 10th position. So thank you to Spraden for the onboard here. Bowen's the builder's choice for the series. As we're wrapping up lap 16 and we're going into our 17th lap. You see them coming through the final turns now. And your leader is still Aidan Luthwaite from Daniel Yeaman and Stuart Ellis in 3rd. No pit stops in this one tonight, Joe. Maybe I should have put some less fuel in it for him, but we'll see. The 30-minute race is going to be even longer.
Will they get a full race in race 2 without putting fuel in?
They should do. But yeah, Skycam borrowed to by Waste Options here. We're looking at Jackson
or Thunderfoot. Oh, he's done well. Almost 360'd it. You
can see these flames, so he's either picking a gear or trying to start it. I think he's trying to start it there because there we go. He's finally picked a gear. Oh, there's another car off in the background. What was that?
That's Chapo, Sam Chapman.
Another Thunderfoot moment because it's the same hairpin. Is it?
Hang on.
So where is he?
I need this one.
So yeah, it's out of the same hairpin here. Having a go. And he just picked the next gear a bit too early or too hard on the right foot.
No, it put his nose back on.
It's just damaged it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, quite often you'll see. Yeah, sorry. Quite often you'll see cars like they'll just lightly bump the wall.
Back.
Hey.
So Greg Heaney, David Baz, and then one of Greg's teammates too.
That'd be Kurt Nommensen in the background there.
Oh! Hip and shoulders.
Oh,
David Baz off.
Greg, that's that was a bit of a don't. Hang on, how's it go? Don't argue.
Well, he's run wide. He's trying to escape. He's locked the front going in there. He's on his way now. Yeah, I was wondering what happened back there. He was a 3 wide because I'm assuming that was a lap car. But yeah, interesting stuff here. Stuart Ellis here in 3rd. He's got Chris Noble there, still keeping him company. So Chris Noble, he's only got a 1-point lead over 2nd place. I've got to get that points table back up in front of me again. But still a top 5. It'll net him some good points.
Yeah, it's only 1 point between Chris Noble and Stuart Ellis at the moment. So Noble's on 199 and Stuart Ellis is on 198. So these guys, their finishing line is soon. This will be. This will put Ellis in the lead by 1 point, and you guys will remember the was it last week at Knock Hill? He started, was it 36th and 1 in race 2 as we're taking the white flag. Barney's he's waving the white flag for these guys as they're taken to turn 1, 2, 3 complex on their final lap. Aidan Luthwaite, clean pair of heels, 2.3 seconds to the lead.
On his 20th and final 2 around, so it worked out to be one lap a minute. Got a lap car just in front of him. So is that Trent Naylor?
Naylor might have got out of the way.
Through the final turns. Very, very clinical drive here. He's got 2.3 over Daniel Yeaman. Through the final brake zone and then flat out Brockle Sprout to the line here. Through the banking. to the Ari Lyondike box, but your race 1 winner, Aiden Luthwaite from Daniel Yeaman and Stuart Ellis rounding out your top 3 there. We'll see everybody crossing the line now. You can see they're all trundling across the line now. Let's see if there's any other fights. There is a fight for 13th, top 13th. They'll be coming into your shot pretty soon. So there's 9th and 10th coming across the line. Here we go. You can see them in the background. And it's very close, but no pass. Anybody else? There's still 2 more fights coming. Pet Normanson's right behind Greg. Oh, so Greg Heaney's right behind David Baz again. And there you go. Someone was front missing. I'm assuming that's Fred Kahn or David Baz. And there's still 1 more fight. Scott Jordanson and Josh Zawino. And it looks like Josh has just passed him.
Just got by him.
There you go. Josh was out the front on his car. Scott Jordanson across the line. So take a little bit of a break. But I guess while we can wait for the results, Joe, we can go say thank you to all the guys that do help make this club run.
We certainly can if I can find it.
Because that'll let the computer load your results at your end at least.
Yeah, so...
Because I always cut to it too early and it's not ready to go. So once again, thank you to Sprayton Ciders, our Monday night sponsor as well. Waste Options, they've been with the club for quite a while. Then there'll be Orbic Australia, which helps make Wednesday nights happen. Bowen's The Builder's Choice, they make tonight happen. JJZ Construction and the merch store at GSRC.inc. They'll run through them while Joe gets the... here we go, got the results on screen. So your winner for race 1, the 20-minute sprint, Aiden Luthwaite from Daniel Yeaman, Stuart Ellis, Chris Noble, and Trent Allen rounding out your 5. Doug Gowans in 6, Adam Lavis in 7th. Atsushi Osafune finally getting some spots back to finish in 8th. Jackson Dial in 9th. Alex Court rounding out your top 10. Then we have Sean Reese, Kevin Henderson, Fred Kahn, Sam Chapman, and David Baz for your 15. And to round out your 20, Greg Heaney, Kurt Normanson, Sam Katakazinis, Eduardo Zamora, and Josh Zuino on a minute off the winner there.
So coming in behind Josh was Scott Jordanson in 21st, Trent Naylor, Adam Proctor, and Paul Wood round out 22 through 24. And to close out your grid with our finishers was Sean McClure and Bobby Camo. So Liam Amos and Wayne Vizza obviously headed off to the hills. They didn't want any bar of that. So
went to the beach, had to swim.
Yeah, so it's probably, well, there's enough sand around Zandvoort to be able to do that, to be fair. Yeah. So
all right. Full invert, basically.
Yes, so if we look at our grid.
So your winner now is last, and your last place is pretty much at the front. Sean McClure on the front row with Paul Wood. Adam Proctor with Trent Naylor on the second row. Scott Jordanson, Josh Swin on the third. Zamora and Katakazinis on the fourth. Normanson and Heaney rounding out your 5th row.
Row 6 is Dave Baz and Sam Chapman. That's going to be a row to keep an eye on. Row 7 is Fred Kahn, Kevin Henderson, Sean Rees and Alex Court. Row 8, Jackson Dial, Asushi Osafune in 9th. Row 9 and Adam Maverick and Doug Gowers round out your 10th row.
Trent Allen and Chris Noble on your 11th. Stuart Ellis, Daniel Yeaman on your 12th row. And Leafway, Bobby Camo on the next row. And then, well, 27th, 28th won't be partaking in this one. So 26 cars. They're all gridding up now. Still some names that haven't been highlighted yet. We're just waiting on a handful of people. And the pole man. So once again, thank you to Bowen's The Builder's Choice. The highest place Bowen's car in that last race was Aiden. Paul Wood on the front row by himself, and away they go. Again, no spinners, nobody giving it too much welly, no thunderfoot, and they head into Tarzan for the first time for 30 minutes. So we got Paul Wood from Adam Proctor and Josh Sawino, your top 3. And there's a car already backwards. I think that's Atsuchi or Safune. You see the waste options here. And I can't tell. Yes, it is. Car 208. So he's had a moment there. As the boys go up the back straight into the hairpin. Josh and Adam
a
side
lot
by
of
side
weaving,
into
a
there.
lot of ducking.
A lot of lock brakes as well. Just got to be patient. Get this first one under your belt and then get going. Skycam brought to you by Waste Options. There's still cars coming around that hairpin. And Adam Lavis real deep under brakes there. Some Whiskey Business Bowen's Builder's Choice cars here. And once the lap's done, we'll get the totem pole back up on your screen. There it is there. First minute down, first lap down. Paul Wood, your leader from Adam Proctor and Josh Sawino in third, who's got some company there in Sam Katakazinas, who's having a look. Will he have a look into Tarzan here? No, just a look. He's not going to get in there, but Josh has run wide now through the middle of the corner.
Oh!
And Katakazinas, and there's a car spinning. Looks like he got assisted there.
That was Kevin Henderson.
Kevin Henderson in the Sim, what is it? Sim Magic? Car through
Yeah,
Tarzan there.
have a look at this one. It says Adam. No, it's not Maverick.
right in front of him.
It's Stuart
It's in
Ellis. Oh! No, he did it on his own.
Yeah, pick the gear too many or
Yeah.
too much rear brake.
Yeah, so I thought that he might have got a touch. I had a look and it showed that Mav was right behind him, but no, it looks like he's just pinched the rear as he's probably picked one gear too many and just, yeah, done it all on his own. Got some big movers already though. Fred Kahn up 7 spots. Stuart Ellis, this guy's a freak. He's done it again, up 10 positions from where he started. And he ain't finished yet, so he's on a roll. And Chris Noble, he's only up 1 position, so he's been caught up in that lap 1 incident, I would say.
Yeah, you can
Something's
see on the
happened to
track
Chris.
he's going through the chicane. He's still got 2 corners just to catch up to the guys who are coming off the front straight, and he's only going on. So he's got a big gap now.
I think I know what's happened. Hang on, I'll find it for you.
Let's go to the videotape.
We go green flag. Jump on board. Where is he, Chris Noble? Does he jump early? I think he might jump early because he's been through the pits. No. No, he must have had damage. So I tell you, he's been through the pits really early. One of 2 things has happened there for Chris. He's either realised that they're going to need fuel. He wants to get out of the pack, get the fuel on and run his own race and try and run faster laps to get positions on pit strategy, or he's copped damage that we've missed early on and he's had to go in and fix it. So that'll be one to keep an eye on, as Doug Gowans appears he might have had an incident early on lap 1 as well.
Proctor just got past Wood as well into turn 1.
Is it?
And
yes.
Atsuchi. Proctor just got past Mr. Wood and
Oh no.
Josh Sawino.
We'll have a look at that in 1 second. Adam Maverick, what's happened to Mav?
Into the hairpin.
Oh look, run wide.
Undies.
He's
Lost 2 spots there.
sort of hung on to it though, which is good for him. So just a couple of positions missed.
Greg Kahn and Sam Chapman. That was pretty straightforward.
Here's how the move was put on for P1. So Proctor's got the run out of the last corner.
Yeah.
Crazy good run. So barely didn't even need draft. He just got into the off that last corner and made it happen.
And I noticed Josh had been jumped by Katakazinas and Baz. He's jumped further down as well. So
Dan Yeaman's in the pits. I reckon I picked it earlier on with Noble. I reckon, see how long he stopped for. I reckon these guys are needing maybe a litre or 2 of fuel.
Possibly.
So he was only...
he lost the front as well, so he's only in for a fast repair. So they whacked a new front on it.
So Doug Gowans, Chris Noble and Dan Yeaman were all stationary for 1.2 to 1.1 seconds, along with Osifane. So, yeah, you might be right.
They all lost fronts.
May have done it for damage. So we've got a bit of a battle on here at the front. So Wood's got Sam Katakazounis for company here at the moment.
And Katakazounis has got a clean run. He's got the fastest lap at a 63 flat. He just did a 63.6. So all the guys in the top, they're all coming across the line now. Everybody in the top 7 has done a 63 something. So pretty consistent times there. And you can see that on the totem pole there on the right hand side, the times will pop up with their laps, and Luthwaite was with the fastest lap on a 62.9. You see Sam Chapo Chapman coming up the hill over the top of the dunes, and then we're going to do the cut through here onto the other straight. I'm not going to say anything about having a good race or anything, because it seems to me I keep jinxing people and yourself too.
Yeah, we've both done it.
Here. Coming down the straight into the chicane. I like the chicane.
Hayden Luthwaite, who Zamora's right behind, he's been going with Stuart Ellis at the moment. So Stuart Ellis, so here's our movers and our shakers. Stuart Ellis is 14 up, but Hayden Luthwaite's up 15. Up 9 is Alex Court and Jackson Dial. Up 7 is Bobby Camo, who's back in the pack a little bit. And these 3 guys, so Fred Kahn, Chapo and Dave Baz, they're all up 7 positions, along with Bobby Camo, who's back here. And Sam Katakazounis, he's up 5. And your biggest losers so far is Sean McClure, who's parked it in the shed. Scott Jordison, he's down 12. Josh Swino, he's lost 8 positions. And other than that, everyone's sort of around the 4 to 6 mark. So it's not as big as moves and shakes as last week, as Josh Swino, he obviously doesn't like his nose cone. He knocked the front off in the last race.
Yeah. I will say this, Joe, regardless of the size of the field, everybody's got somebody to race, because the top 5 now are covered by 3 seconds.
Yes.
And they're all nose to tail. There's a bit of a gap, and then the rest of the pack from 8th through to essentially 18th running nose to tail. So 10 cars are basically running nose to tail at the back there. So plenty of racing to be had. You've got to be in it to win it. As we what have we completed? We've completed 7. We're on the 8th one. Adam Proctor leading by 7 tenths over Paul Wood. Another 8 tenths over Sam Katakazounis. So, and we look here to Stuart Ellis here in 10th. He's in amongst that pack. So 7th through to, it's shrinking and growing. It's basically 7th through to 14th there. So 7 cars all nose to tail. Here's Aidan Luthwaite.
Pinch the brake there by Ellis.
And that's the thing, the braking is really good initially on these cars, but as the downforce bleeds, you just got to rely on the mechanical grip, and you've got to have a sensitive foot to do a little bit of tap dancing on those pedals there. As we see the flames coming out of Jackson Dial's car. He's run wide too, so is Stuart Ellis onto the front straight, but it looks like Stuart's just got a couple k's an hour on him. And he's in the toe now, because these things I wound them up so they have a barn door as a rear wing. So they're fast to the corners and they slow down the straights, but not close enough yet. Oh, looks like Alex Court and Jackson are having a bit of a, also Fred Kahn, Alex Court, having a bit of an argument over the position.
We'll move up the inside there. Oh!
Tagged.
Oh no.
3 cars out on the spot. It's a car park. And just
really?
Oh no.
Oh, Stuart Ellis.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, I have to get a race control in for the next couple of races. Hopefully, it might be me if when Zach comes back to the commentary box. But yes, a lot of unnecessary stuff happened in that one.
So, a bit of a low percentage move there. Just pinched the front. Got Stuart. Just the rejoin.
The calamity straight afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to feel for Stuart Ellis.
Someone off then.
Oh.
Who was that? Saw someone off in the background then, just as we cut back to live pictures. But anyway.
Who was that? Oh.
We'll get to it. No doubt.
Greg Heaney, I think. It might have been Greg Heaney.
Alex Court in the pits. But Alex Court's front is not really attached. And then, yep.
Oh, a bit of friendly fire too.
I did see that in the background. So yeah, somebody's going to get a slap on the wrist at Whiskey Business Racing. Kurt Normanson up the inside here. Adam Lavis on the Kurt on the outside. Adam Lavis on the inside. And that is for 10th, 11th, and Josh Suino there joining in 12th. Eduardo Zamora up there in 9th. So these four all in close proximity. I will language better. And yes, Kobe Jordan had it for Cordy. Unfortunately caught up in all that schmozzle there. Skycam here. Entry.
They are the most frustrating, aren't they? The most frustrating when you just one in and just a big, long, lazy slide, and doesn't matter how hard you try, you just can't catch it. Got a big battle going on here for within the top 5. So Sam Caddick runs wide through the dirt. Wow.
Sam Baz, he doesn't care. He's a black or green. Doesn't matter what the racetrack is. Paul Wood's falling now down. He's lost 3 spots in that 2 corners, and that's Proctor from Catechizines, and now we got Baz on shot, and then Paul Wood and Chapo side by side in the background there. And Chapo's going to push into. Yeah, Paul's. Well, I did have him give him a lane, but I think Paul now has to put the afterburners on and try and defend this one. But he's got Chapo right on his tail, 2/10 behind. Just hasn't got enough to reel him in. Into Tarzan for the
aggressive on the brakes. He's hitting a bit of a purple, but I mean, Chapo's always been, runs it very deep there. Deep up against the fence. We all know what happened to Ricardo when he went up there. So, but, yeah. Big lock up from Woodsy. That's a position.
Top 5 were covered by 2.2 seconds there, so... and it's still 2.2 seconds for the top 5, and that's them on screen. So it's still a cracking battle. Sorry, Joe.
No, that's all right. Catechizines, he's got Proctor in the crosshairs here. He's only half a second behind. But I was saying Chapo is hitting a bit of a purple patch with his form lately. Right from when we had the Interclub race with the SRW guys, where he won that in exceptional circumstances when a couple of the SRW guys clashed on the last lap and he took home the chocolates. He did it again last night, and he's just been driving really well lately, as has Sam. So he was really excited after his result last night, as we see Sam using that high line to great effect. Bit of a slingshot onto the in behind the draft of Adam Proctor, but he's got Baz all over him as well, like a dose of hemorrhoids at the moment.
They nearly collode. Joe, your movers. You might want to see who's in 6th place there.
Yes, I was just zoning in on that one. So 19 positions up, people, is Aiden Luthway. Made that 20. He just made the move.
Chopped off track. Chapo's just gone off track. I just noticed on the timing screen too.
Oh, he did too.
Like Paul Wood's missing a front. So it could be something here.
David Baz crash. What the... Oh,
so
hang on
Baz
a minute. So there's been a... Oh, no.
And then how does Paul Wood lose the front? Oh, that's how Paul Wood loses the front. And they got David Baz going again.
And Woodsy's obviously had to tow because he's fallen down through the field.
He's in the pits now. He's currently in 8th.
Yeah,
And
he's
Adam
towed.
Lavis, his teammate here. So these guys are all passing him now.
Yep. Oh, Josh Wino's in the pits. No, he's not. It did say he was, but...
Yeah, he's in the pits now. It's not good to be one of our teammates, is it, Joe?
No, not tonight. Baz, he's definitely carrying a bit of damage from that. So I think his battle against Catechizines might be over. But I tell you what, the battle for the lead is just heating up now. We're on... maybe we ought to go live.
Yeah, it usually helps.
yeah. Sorry about that, people. I was too busy...
Yaman with the fastest lap, the 62.5.
Yeah, so
but he's making a flight
Catechizines,
back to 17th there.
he's right on the back of Adam Proctor at the moment. Only 2:10. Well, you don't need to know what the gap is. You can see it. It's right there in front of your eyes.
He's going to have a look.
Oh, he's getting close.
It's very good under brakes there. Didn't lock anything. Just got to be strategic now in placing your car. Get through the Gerald box into the Hugenholtz box. Get a good run. Yeah, cut low. That might work. And just keep the pressure on, because these cars, they amplify your mistakes. And see Adam Proctor there going for a slightly defensive line in there. Just one lane over. And that's giving more incentive to Sam once you start defending as well. So the quickest way around the track is to take the widest line and keep the straightest line. So that's just going to slow the pair of them down. And 4 seconds back is David Baz. You'll see him appear in the shot. He went through all that difficulty there, and once again...
And look at who he's about to deal with.
Yeah.
He's got Aiden Luthwaite.
21 spots. Here he is now. I think he's far enough back to get a run. This is where you need to be. You need to actually drop back a little bit to get a run, but still be close enough to get side by side into turn 1 into Tarzan, and he's got him. Oh, you don't want to be any closer than that.
Barely cleared him too. Great work, Aiden Luthwaite, and he's actually carrying damage as well. You see, he's almost got identical damage to what David Baz has got. So he must have picked that up early in the race. We're down at 2/10 up the front here.
So Sam looking outside, he's just going to, generally how I like to do it is just keep the pressure on and just fill their mirrors. Look left, look right, and keep them looking backwards, because you know they're going to be slower and they're going to make a mistake because they're not watching the road in front. And if you're Adam Proctor, eyes forward, just keep looking forward and don't worry about what's going on behind you.
And we're not far past halfway too, guys. So we've still got another solid 13, just on 13 minutes. So we'll have about 13 laps, I'd say, left to go to the end of it. We'll definitely get our 30 laps in for the night. So, yeah, here, if I was Sam, I'd just be patient. Just stay in the mirrors, duck left, duck right. Just try and get into Adam's head. Up the front is Fred Kahn. He's David Baz. Oh, no. Oh, unlucky for Baz. It looks like he's done that all on his own too. So
he gave it some thunderfoot. He held the brakes, but then he was like, I'll get off the brakes, I can turn the thing. No, it went straight on. That's unfortunate.
Oh.
Get off the brakes to turn it? No. And there goes another front.
Oh, and he's had another one too. Obviously coming back to the pits. What's he done here? Oh, no.
Tires are hot now.
Yeah.
So like a roller skate.
Yeah, unlucky for Mr. Baz there. He was having a good run up to that point.
Well, it looks like we've got only 18 cars now on track. The rest of them are either in the pits, and they've been in the pits for quite a while. So this is our fight of the race, which is for the lead. 2 tenths between them. I think Sam's going to know all the part numbers too to the back of that SR8 as they go into the Hugenholtz box for the 18th time. And that's why I chose 1 minute laps, Joe, so we know what lap it is and how long we've got left. So we'll get 29 laps, I reckon, in as they, again, coming down to the hairpin. Just a touch of a lock up there from Adam Proctor. Sam looking to the inside. Got the drive, but Adam's just nosing out in front there as they come into the hairpin.
Oh, a bit of a rear lock for Sam there.
Into the Ernst box. Run down to turn 13.
Easy for you to say.
Kumo. Into Kumo and then through Ari Lyondike. So there's another lap in the books, and you can see the field's quite spread out now. We've had some weeks where just the whole thing's just coloured dots. But anyway, like you said, Joe, off air, it could have been the track choice, but I was hoping that people would be a bit more experimental. We'll see. As we see these two, they're still fighting for first and second, half a second between them. Check out third place, Joe.
Aiden Luthwaite up 22 positions, clear track in front of him.
2.8 seconds off the lead and closing. So he is the highest placed Bowen's car.
One of the club stalwarts, Adam Maverick, he's had an incident. What's happened here for him? Oh, just touched that curb. Oh.
Bit of curb. He's trying to find a gear now and get going again. No? Maybe he stalled it. No, he's quit as well. Like I said earlier tonight, Joe, don't be one of our teammates. Far out.
No. No, they're falling like flies at the moment. So As far as the Aussie races guys go, Adam Maverick, Paul Wood, Josh Wino, all gone. So
In pits for quite a while.
we've got no skin in the game anymore. Adam Proctor, he's actually put a bit of a gap to Sam Katakazounos at the moment. So whether or not Sam's been a little over aggressive and got the tyres hot, or as Proctor pinches the left front, so he's definitely trying.
Still half a second between them. The last lap was 3/10 in the favour of Adam Proctor here, but yeah, look, you can see right in the hairpin they're closing up, but once again closing in. Now down to 1.8 seconds is Aiden Luthwaite. It was 2.8. Someone off. Is that Chapo?
Chapo was off again.
Chapo letting the two Whiskey business cars through. Roll out the red carpet there. And was it Jackson and Chapo are missing fronts? Oh, we got some side-to-side contact here. Daniel Yeaman.
On Doug Gowans.
And this is all closed up now. There's 6 cars here in this battle, and you can see on the totem pole it's bright orange and yellow. So plenty of cars here battling for spots. Adam is back out there on track. He's a lap down though. And we see Yeaman here trying to get a run on Bobby Camo. Through Kumo and then into the RE line Dyke corner. Nice banking here. On board brought to you by Sprayden. Guys are going to the inside now to defend, which will only slow them up. As we see coming into Tarzan and all the variety of lines that these guys are taking. Even on the exit.
It's a bit wild up the front there.
6 cars, it'll turn into 7 when Adam gets on the back there. And they're all trying to get a run on each other here. Yeaman with a run here on Bobby. Will he get it into the hairpin? They're on the brakes nice and early. He's going to have to choose a different line, try around the outside and do a switch back.
Trying to get the slingshot back. It's not going to work for him.
Sean Reese and Kevin Henderson holding this group up, but they're having a bit of a battle as well. So Hendo's still holding that position. He's the final spot in the top 10. And just a gaggle of cars. This feels like a Wednesday night's race in the NASCAR truck for me, Joe. I just was in a constant battle of cars, and everywhere I looked there was cars. As we go back to the front, Sam Katakazounos has got the gap down now to 0.4 of a second.
When 2 become 3, Aiden Luthwaite comes to the party.
And so the top 3 are now covered by 1 second. So Aiden's got a clean car, reasonably clean car. So he's just going to wait and see what happens with these guys in front, because they're pushing hard. And their 10/10 is like Aiden's 9/10. So he's just got to keep in it as we jump on board with the Sprayden on board here. Aiden's car completing our 22nd lap, 23 minutes in, and starting our 23rd. And a run down into Tarzan. It's actually good not having that corporate suite there. You can actually see around the corner as well. So
yeah,
not that it's helped anybody, because people are still crashing into other cars. As we see them coming through into the Hugenholtz, get the run off the banking. And like you said, Joe, don't do a Daniel Ricciardo and hurt your wrist in that one.
No, looks
the wall's
like
right there.
I probably shouldn't have been talking.
Inside move.
Oh, my bad. We'll go back to that.
Aiden Luthwaite just said, I'm coming through, and it was a clinical move. It was so clinical that they didn't touch, and I don't think even Sam knew that was going to happen. Look how far back he came from.
Wow.
And he still made the apex.
That's insane. Even now, we've known Sam for a long time. He would have just been like, yeah, I'm not going to fight that. That was a good pass.
It's like he braked it 100 metres later, and now he's on the back of Proctor. He wants to take this one out. He's going to go to the outside of Tarzan. Now remember, these things have a pile of understeer big corner off. And Proctor's still got the position, but Aiden is putting the thumb screws in. Top 3. Adam Proctor, Aiden Luthwaite, Sam Katakazounos, covered by half a second, first to third here. And watch this for a long way back. He's going to go to the outside.
Well, Sam paid the favour back. Is he going to keep the overlap for the next corner? No.
Aiden getting the drive off the corner and the longer route, but it still gives him the throttle earlier. And we're coming to complete our 24th tour of Circuit Park Zandvoort, which will give us just under 5 minutes left. So can Adam Proctor hold on? There we go, Adam to the inside now, defending. Aiden's going to have to go to the outside. Under brakes, his braking is really strong. Gives the hip and shoulders. Sam was going to throw it in there, but Aiden cut him off. And Adam Proctor yet coming out again from Tarzan in first. Let's see what he does here into the Hugenholtz. High line.
We're going to have to rename Adam Proctor to Larry Perkins, I think. He was notoriously difficult to pass. And
John Bow.
And John Bow as well. So, but that Proctormobile, that's about as wide as 3 Commodores at the moment. So Aiden gets a little bit loose under throttle off the hairpin there and brings Sam Katakazunas along for the ride.
Sam just sitting and waiting here. I don't think he wants to get too involved. He is looking here and there, but let these front guys sort themselves out, and I think they'll leave him a big enough gap. So Aiden's fallen off just a little bit here. He's half a second back. This actually might give him a better run. Come across the line to complete yet another lap. 3:24 to go, so probably about 3 and a bit laps. Let's see here, back into Tarzan. Adam Proctor, Aiden Luthwaite, Sam Katakazunas. Doug Gowan's leaving the pits there. Luthwaite got a better run. Will he get a run up here? He's trying to line him up for this hairpin up here, Joe. Here he is.
He's right on the back. He's out.
See how much later he brakes.
Oh.
And Adams has locked it up and just shoved him wide. This is some great battling.
This is actually cracking racing.
Sam was actually too busy trying not to get involved that he didn't get a good run off the turn. So, yes, this is actually perfect for you, Joe. You're right on board with Adam Proctor looking back. Flames thrown out the back of the Radical SR8. Now, see, I think this distance back here for Aiden is going to be just right, because you can see now he's closing. Might be a bit too far back now, but he's been really good under brakes. Here we go, turn 1. Just have a little peekaboo. Just show it. He seems to keep it better from the centre off as well. Keep it a little closer. And now he's got to really concentrate to get through here. And then get the run up the hill. Oh, Adam's locked the right front there. That's going to give the incentive to Aiden. Aiden's going to have another look. I think he's going to have to go to the outside again, as he does.
God, you can almost see that move ending in tears. If Sam is right underneath the back of Aiden on the next lap or the last lap, when Aiden steps out to make that move, Sam's just got to brake deep and get himself locked in on the back of Proctor, and he'll pick up a position depending on how hard Aiden fights back. But that'll be about the only way that I could see Sam getting on terms with him. But through that very last section there, Sam just can't hang with these two guys. So he's driving really, really intelligent here.
If Adam and Aiden go side by side and Adam locks the front, it's going to cart them both wide, and that's what I was thinking is possibly Sam can get up the inside there. As we got just on 65 seconds to go. So this will be either the second last lap or the last lap. So we can't go away to anybody else. This is the closest fight on circuit.
Still 2 to go.
See there on the totem pole. 2 to go.
Oh, here he goes. Here's a move.
Outside move again.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's just been shoved off again.
There it is. Oh, no. Oh, really?
And that's exactly what I said Sam was going to do. He's going to wait for them to cart each other off and go up the inside. But the thing is, Adam chopped back down to stop that happening. So the net result basically is from last to first, Aiden Luthwaite here, outside move, goes in deep. Unfortunately gets pushed wide, and then Buffcar gets given the position for free.
And I think what's happened there, like from Proctor's position, they had the touch. So he's like, yeah, all right. I've been slowed up. I know Sam's coming and he's tried to come down to cover off that drive that Sam was going to get, but unfortunately Sam had was probably a lot better than he was expecting. Got that overlap, bang, done. So very unfortunate, especially. And I was just saying how well Adam was doing. Adam Proctor put up a great defence there. Unfortunately, a tiny little bit of contact. I thought that Aiden was going to end up out in the bush with no result. It completely turned the other. He did, but it just turned the other way. A bit of contact between Sam and Adam, and that was the end of it. Yeah,
I guarantee you, Sam was on throttle, whereas Adam was still recovering after the contact. So, just unfortunate that. Yeah, racing room is something that needs to be given and taken, but net result is this gentleman, Aiden Luthwaite, comes across the line and takes first place for Whiskey Business, and guess what? Whiskey Business 1-2, Jackson Dial, and then Sam Katakazinas in third there. What a race, Joe. That was fantastic, that final bit.
That certainly was. That was a crazy finish. I've got it keyed up so we can have another look at that one.
Oh, let's break it down. Let's throw it into slow mo. I noticed the other guys on Wednesday night do slow mo stuff. Let's do our version.
All right.
So we'll let them all cross the line here. Okay, so through the Hugenholtz, and you need to get a good run off there, up the hill. And Aiden has been cracking through there most of the night. Adam gives him the outside of the turn, and Aiden just brakes later, so he gets him slightly in front, and there's the contact.
Aiden's probably turned in just a little bit too soon, just trying to get him to back out of it, and that's really left. I'm trying to.
And then Bufka.
And Sam's just gotten in. He's had that good run off the corner and just gotten into the side of him.
Yeah,
and that's it. That's all she wrote for them guys. So an unfortunate end. Absolutely unfortunate for Adam Proctor and Sam. But coming out the other end of it there was
Aiden.
Was Aiden Luthwaite, as Chapo's having a bit of a fun up on top of the hill there.
So with that, you saw Sam carried way more mid-corner speed because he could take the ideal line and brake zone in. And like I said, he was going to get him on the exit. It's just Adam diamonded the corner off, and unfortunately there was another car there. As we see the results for the feature race, the 30 minutes around Circuit Park Zandvoort. Yes, we didn't have the numbers turn up tonight, but far out, what a race. Whiskey Business 1-2, Aiden Luthwaite from Jackson Dial.
Sorry.
And then Sam Katakazinas there in third, with Sam Chapman climbing up to fourth. What do you get, +8? Fred Kahn in fifth, Adam Proctor recovering to sixth, Chris Noble in seventh, Kurt Normanson in eighth, Eduardo Zamora in ninth, and Sean Reeves in 10th. And Joe's doing everything he can, so I can't read the results. Atsushi Osafune in 11th, Kevin Henderson 12th, Daniel Yeaman in 13th, Greg Heaney in 14th, Doug Gowns in 15th, Bobby Camo in 16th, Adam Lavis 17th, 17th, Stuart Ellison 18th, David Bazin 19th, and Scott Jordanson rounding out the top 20.
Over the page. So 21st, Paul Wood, Josh Wiener, who is in the booth here with us in 22nd. 23rd was Alex Court. Sean McClure, 24th, and the final points paying position, Trent Naylor, but didn't complete enough laps, so there'll be no points involved in that one for him, I wouldn't have thought. So yeah, it's an interesting finish to the end. And speaking of interesting finishes, we can't go anywhere without having a chat. I think first up, we got Adam Proctor in the booth here, Nick. So, yeah, let's get his take on that incident at the end there. You got your push talk going, Adam? No. All right, while Adam's sorting that out, we can, we'll grab Kurt Normanson, mate. How are you, bud? You actually have had a pretty good result tonight. So You, hang on, let me get this going. There we go. You finished 8th overall in race 2, up 1 position from where you started. You've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, oh, that was hard work. I am a sweaty man right now.
bit of hard work out there. A lot of corners, not a lot of time to rest around here, is he?
Yeah, and especially when pretty much the entire race I was battling with Eduardo, so he made me work for it the entire time. So definitely sweaty.
So you're obviously getting a bit of a handle on these cars. I think as the season's going on, week on week your results are definitely improving. Is it an overall with all cars, or are you just getting your head around this one?
It's a bit of both. I'm starting to get my head around the driving of this, but I am also, getting a bit of a feel in all the other cars I'm driving. I've still got a little bit of work to do in the supercars and GT3s, but all my cars are sort of starting to improve, so that's always a good sign.
Yeah, definitely. So you're looking forward to what we've coming up. We've got, so next week we got Circuit de Navarro is our next stop with these little bangers. So have you done much racing around Navarro?
I did a fair bit when it first released, so I got a little idea what I'm doing there, but it's definitely going to be a mission driving these things around there.
Yeah, a lot of I think it's a lot of undulation there, so it should make for a good bit of fun there.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to Navarro. It should be interesting to try and get past people too.
Yeah, definitely. So, well, that's a good result, mate. You will have stuck some points into the bank for the championship with a result like that in the second one. Probably not the result you really wanted in the first race. I think you would have finished in about 16th, 15th or 16th in race 1. So, but a good result nonetheless. A lot of guys got past you up to the front there, but you still managed to go forward 1 position, mate. So congratulations, Kurt.
Yeah, thank you. I just let the faster guys through. There was no point fighting them for no real reason when they clearly had the pace over me. So, yeah, to go forward 1 after that I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, you should be happy with that. And look, on that point, if you got guys that's faster, you'll always learn more by letting them go and sitting in behind them than you will by battling them and they bugger off into the distance. So yeah, smart move, mate. Well done. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Where do you want to go to next, Nick?
Well, he's been waiting patiently in the booth there. Josh Salino.
There's a first patient.
Oh.
Well, it doesn't look like you like the front of the SR8, so Josh, run us through your first and second races there.
Yeah, first race. I had an absolute blast being a very slow racer tonight. I think I managed to piece it together by the end, but I never had a full car to actually see if I could put a decent lap time in. But no, I had some great battles with Sean McClure and David Baz in that first race, and yeah, shout out to them because that was awesome.
And then what brought you completely undone in the second race there? Because I noticed yourself, Paul Wood, and Adam Lavis, all 3 teammates were in the pits at the same time at one point.
Yeah, it didn't pay to be in a car tonight, did it? I personally had a lot of unforced errors. I touched the grass on exit. I was buzzing the tyres, and yeah, all in all, I just made too many errors, and unfortunately, coming out of the hairpin onto the back straight, I touched the grass, got a bit sideways, and tapped Sam and lost the front end again. So I just decided to pull it up because I was a bit of a liability out there.
Fair enough. When are we going to see you behind the wheel of this sim again? Is it going to be Monday night again?
Yeah, definitely going to try for Monday. It's not Sebring, mate, so we might be able to put in a decent effort, eh?
Fair enough. Excellent. Oh, as long as you enjoyed yourself for the most part, I mean, just got to keep at it, and no doubt the results will come.
That's it, mate. Just happy for the seat time.
All right. So, I guess, Joe, where do you want to jump to next? Thank you, Josh, for jumping in. JJZ Constructions too, by the way. Where do you want to go to now, Joe?
Well, we got a couple of guys there that, well, 3 guys actually, and they've probably all got a story to tell. I reckon we will try and keep it a bit low key. We might grab Jackson Dial for the for this portion of it, mate. Jackson, I'll
be back. I'll just quickly jump in. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay, Greg. No worries, mate. We'll catch you in a second. Jackson, you there with us?
Yeah, mate, I'm here.
Yeah, mate. Look, hey, great result. Second. We're probably on position for a solid 4th, but obviously there was a bit of contact, which we'll go over in a minute with the other guys up in front. But, mate, look, at the end of the day, you got to be there to get the results, and you're up 15 positions in race 2. So, talk us through it.
Yeah, look, it was looking really good, man. I was really hoping for that win tonight. I've been practicing, and after last week's absolute highway robbery, I was keen on it. But just had a really unfortunate accident with Alex coming into lap 9. Got him by an absolute hair, and took the front end off my car, and I think I was losing about 4/10 a lap for the rest of the race, which kind of put me in the bin there. But I wasn't expecting P2 and P3 to crash out with a few laps remaining, so still got a good result, and yeah, we'll keep racing.
Yeah, well, it looked like it was pretty hard work. As Kurt said there before, he reckons he's sweating bullets. It was a busy track tonight, and a lot of chance to take a breath, mate. And coming through in race 2 there, obviously you had a good result in race 1. You would have finished 10th, I think, from memory in race 1. I'd have to go back and have a look, which would have put you out of 17 in race 2, so maybe 8th in race 1.
Yeah, look, it was going to be a 4th place if I'm being honest, but I spun it out of the hairpin, which I did in race 2 as well, but I caught it that time, and I got stuck in neutral for about 10 seconds during race 1 after doing it, which dropped me from 5th all the way back to 10th. So it really wasn't my night, but I had really good pace, and it was really enjoyable. Other than my slight incident, everyone else was really good to drive around tonight. No issues with overlap cars or anything, which has been an issue the last couple of weeks. So yeah, it was enjoyable.
Yeah, I think as much as we all would have enjoyed the bigger version of Zandvoort, we'd probably, if we'd had a 40-car field, I think we might have been better. But the track with the limited field, I think we only had 28 all up, and I think only 26 took the green in race 1. So probably the perfect number for the size of the track as it'd be. So but at the end of the day, you got the result in race 2. So kept the car straight, didn't have to go through the pitch, which I think there was a couple of guys that got caught out early and damaged their car. So you've kept it clean and picked up a good result, mate. Good bag of championship points.
That's it, mate. And to add on to that note, I do think these cars around these shorter tracks are absolutely brilliant. They are, as Kurt was saying, you sweat bullets driving them. They are very physical cars. I always turn down my force feedback when I get in it. But yeah, with the 40-car fields, it's a little too much. But tonight's grid was just awesome. It was great racing.
I'm glad you got a good result for hard work. Bit of atonement for last week.
Cheers, Joe.
Too easy. Congratulations, Jackson. All right, Nick, you want to flip the coin on who we have a chat to next? I noticed I didn't duck into the other room and have a conversation. And, so we've got Adam Proctor, Aidan Luthwaite. Who do you want to go to?
Oh, we'll go to Adam Proctor there, because he was, once he got the lead from Paul Wood in that race too, it was very, very, very difficult to get it away from him. Adam, give us a quick rundown of quickly your race 1, but then race 2.
We can see your mic coming up, Adam, but no sound.
Sorry, how's that?
There we go. Gotcha.
Oh, I'm technically challenged, sorry. Good fun. Race 1 got caught up in a crash in the first corner, so I wasn't intentionally going for that second row start for the feature, but got it anyway. It was good. No preparation, no practice, just jumped in and had a bit of fun, and I thought I got the lead, might as well try and hang on to it without being too much of a pest, and almost got there.
Almost got there, yeah.
First and foremost, have fun. B, give us from your perspective what happened down there at the hairpin.
I was hopeless through that corner. I was couldn't pull it up, couldn't put the power down, so I was losing heaps of time through that cut through. And I didn't realise, I think it was Sam was on the inside. I was too worried about where Aiden was, not looking on the inside, and I'd probably just turned down on him, I think, and taken him with me and spun off, and let Aiden drive around the outside and grab a win.
Look, at the end of the day, you finished sixth in that race. And you finished towards the back in the first race. So overall, I think I have to look at the stats. You would have led most of those laps on that one.
All bar the last one, I think.
The last one. Yeah, just the main one.
But look, overall, you had a lot of fun tonight. What do you, in terms of a fun score, fun factor, this car, this track, what do you give it?
Yeah, these are good fun, these cars. Like I said, short track, fast car, very physical. Definitely should practice more, but it's all about a bit of fun on a Friday night, isn't it?
That's it. Will you be back on a Friday night?
Yeah, just the circumstances. Wife took off to drop the kids to work, so I thought, I've got a spare hour. I'll jump on the sim and have a bit of fun. So yeah, it depends on life, when life gets in the way.
Oh, fair enough. That's actually a really good segue, Joe. If you got the upcoming weeks. There we go. So obviously November 8th today, we got Circuit Park Zandvoort. Next week, Navarra. And this 2 weeks after is Lebanon and Saxon. You done any laps around any of those three there?
Most likely, but I couldn't picture them, to be honest. But
fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And then where will we see you pop up next there, Adam? Will you be in the Mountain Men tomorrow night?
No, better not tomorrow night. Save the points for during the week. But well, I'll probably get on Monday night. Busy with work at the moment, so I'll probably miss most of the week and maybe back on Friday if things go to plan.
Oh, fair enough. All right, well, thank you. That was ridiculously entertaining. I encourage you to watch that one back because that was fantastic. Joe and I couldn't speak enough about yourself and the next person I guess we're going to take through on the interview here, Joe.
Yeah, so Aiden, congratulations, mate. That's another win for you in the books. I think I'll have a look. Yeah, so you won the Chicago round a couple of weeks ago, and you had a great round at Summit Point for round one. So that's going to get you back up within the points race of the championship, mate. So big points night and a big drive, mate. Up 24. So that must mean you won race one, did you, or second in race one, and you've driven through to 24th in from up 24 to win race two, mate. Well done.
Yeah, cheers. It was a bit of an interesting one, but yeah, race one was pretty good. So obviously started on pole and was just trying to keep the other guys behind me and just drive as smooth as possible and managed to take that one, which is good. And race two, unfortunately, had a little bit of contact there with Daniel, which is unfortunate. But damage. Unfortunately, his car suffered a bit of damage. But it is what it is, and managed to grab the second one too, which is awesome.
Well, that explains what happened early on with, obviously, Dan Yeaman you had a bit of contact with, because we did see Dan go through the pits. We weren't sure why. Is that where we can see the damage on the left rear corner of your car there? Or was that from the contact with Dan Yeaman?
Yeah, pretty much. I think. So basically what happened was down at the hairpin where the middle of the track is sort of thing where it goes off into the second part. Yeah. I think Greg was in front, and then Yeaman, and then myself, and basically entirely my fault, but I basically didn't expect them to pull up so early. Went to go to the right of Daniel to try and avoid him, just to not go straight into him, sort of thing. Managed to do that, but sort of went into the side of him slightly, and unfortunately that knocked his nose off, I'm pretty sure, and knocked Greg slightly wide as well.
Caught him on the way through. Oh, that's unfortunate, but the pass down at the last corner, that was a crazy sequence of events. It looks like you had, Adam was saying that he felt like he was quite weak under brakes down into that hairpin, and we've seen you about 4 or 5 laps in a row, you get up. He was driving, and I even said it, Nick, during the race, it was how intelligent Adam was driving, where he was placing the car. He was not making it easy for you, and by holding the right-hand side on that run up the hill, you could get alongside him into the braking zone, but just that inside line was so strong off. It must have been frustrating yet enjoyable at the same time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, great racing to Adam there. That was, I can't really praise his defence enough, to be honest. It was just unfortunate what happened there towards the end. But yeah, through turn 1 and through that hairpin as well, had really, really good defence. Tried to go around the outside countless times and managed to, hold on every time. And I think if it wasn't for that little sort of incident there, then I think, things might have been different.
Yeah, it looked like, we can actually show you. I can do it up here. So it sort of looked like you probably thought that you were clear a little bit, and then it looks like you might have moved to the right, and it's just caught you out a little bit under the brakes here. Come down, and just the slightest of touch, which at that point you've probably come off worse. You've probably brought yourself undone. But even as Adams, it's such a small touch, but Adams probably just not realised that that Sam's had the run on the inside there. So whilst unlucky for you, probably a little bit fortunate as well on the flip side. Not that the contact with them two guys was your fault, but you got to take them when you can get them, right?
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, I think in the beginning of that corner phase, I think I was definitely cutting off Adam there a little bit. So it was sort of my fault. Run a little bit wide into the grass, and those guys made contact. And I thought I was a little bit conscious that they might have drifted out wide a little bit. But managed to avoid him in the end, which is good.
Yeah, well, congratulations, mate. That's a bank of points for the championship. We might almost be able to have a look at that at the moment before we go to Sam Chapman and Greg Heaney.
It's live now, yeah.
So here's the updated point. So that's a good haul of points for you, Aiden. That's got you back up to well within striking range of Noble and Stuart Ellis, where there's a bit of a split there. Noble's got some points on Ellis after his result in that race. So that's got to make you want to not miss another drop round between now and the end of the season, because obviously you missed New Hampshire Roval. And you had a DNF at Knock Hill, so you probably wouldn't want any more drop rounds between now and the end of the season.
Yeah, no, that's correct. I think, obviously, the points charge is really the main sort of aim at this point. Obviously, with Bowens being the main sponsor, would be good for the team as well. But just trying to keep those, drop rounds to a minimum would be really, really good. Obviously, because I don't really have much to fall back on, like you said. So, just trying to keep those bad rounds to a minimum is really the key at this point in time.
Yeah, well, great work, Aiden, mate. That's you've probably seen what Stuart Ellis did last week, and you thought, I can do that. I'm going to go from back to front, and you did it this week, mate. So, congratulations. Done really well, and we'll see you back next week at Navarra.
100%. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you.
So,
well,
what about his team boss? Do we bring?
I was about to say, let's do it.
Bring Greg in.
Evening, gents.
Evening, mate.
How good can that bloke drive? I mean, my God.
You glad you employed him and put him in your team, yeah?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Him and Jackson. I mean, the guys were driving like absolute champs tonight. I know during race 1, obviously Jackson was in front of me for a bit of it, and like within view distance. And giving him a bit of encouragement here and there with a couple of passes that he got done. And there was a pass he did, I think, towards the first third of race 2 into the bold hairpin there, and Jackson's like, did you see that? And I said I caught most of it because Stuart Ellis was in front of me, so I didn't quite see it all, but he got a good pass done through there. So but,
look, I'm going to lead off, Greg. I'm going to dob my co-host in. We were giving a wrap up for
you put a mocker on me again, didn't you?
I did. Movers and shakers. And we literally just finished with you and cut away, and you won in race 1.
That was I was a little bit too wide on the exit and got a little bit too happy on the accelerator and chalked him up on the ripple strip.
Yeah, so I
So
think
it's you blokes
been-
again. It's all right. So
Yeah.
if I spin out next on
You gotta be
Monday,
a damn Joe.
yeah. I can't really do it Monday because you guys aren't streaming Pro-Am Monday. So if I end up in a fence on Wednesday, it's your fault.
Well, I'll be in the race with you, so will Joe. So it's only Fridays we can actually have an effect. But give us a quick rundown of where's your second race here? I'm just looking for the results here. Give us a rundown on the rest of the racing for you anyway.
Race 2 was just try to survive it, really. I mean, race 1 was hard enough at 20 minutes and then go and throw it around for half an hour. It certainly doesn't enjoy it on the tyres terribly much, especially at this track. But no, it was a couple of small little incidents that I had to try and avoid in front of me, which by the time everything had kind of sorted out and whatnot, I had to take a tour through the pits as well after the little scuffle with Aiden and that I got caught out with. Dropped me towards the rear of the field, and then I think it was a lap or two later, Scott was behind me and there was an incident in front, so I had to slow down to clear that. And then Scott's like, I'll stay behind you, I'm staying behind you, and then he's turned me at the second last corner.
We saw that.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, thanks, Scott. He's like, can you hear me? It's like, yeah. He's like, sorry. And then so waited for a couple more laps and toured the pit lane, took a fast repair and just got it back out on the road. And then it was just a keep turning laps and finish the race. I got to, I think it was about 6 minutes from the end, and I could see the three lead group on my relative screen. I checked how long we had left, and I said to Aiden, I said, if you haven't clicked it into full send mode, I suggest you do it, because he was still at about 2.5 seconds back at that point, I think, somewhere around there.
Yep.
So just give him a little bit of encouragement too, and there's the incident that we mentioned before. Just to give him a little bit of an encouragement to try and go for the win, as if he needed it anyway. But and then it was just a case of just make sure I don't get in their way when they catch up. I'd already basically put it in my own mind that, okay, well, if they get to within a second, I'm just pulling over on a front straight and letting them all go. But then I saw we come out of the hairpin with and I'd seen that Sam and Adam had unfortunately tumbled down the order, and I'm like, did they just die? And and it's just like, what happened? He's like, I think they died. And he's like, no, they kind of stumbled over each other. Oh, okay. And then I see Jackson peel out into second place. I'm like, well, that works. So
Yeah.
and it was coming around the last couple of corners, and I said to Aiden, I don't want to see any tyres left on that car.
Well, there you go. All in all, actually, really good night for Whiskey Business Racing in general. Yourself, and championship-wise, you've moved up a spot as well.
No, that's always a good
plus
thing.
one next to you. I guess Dane, he still collected some good points tonight. He's down 3 in the championship standings, but Jackson up 6 in the championship, Fred up 2, and Aiden up 1. So overall, out of 5 cars, 4 of them moved up in the championship. So doing well. Yeah,
that was good. Unfortunately, Dane couldn't make it tonight. Not entirely sure why, but he wasn't on. I know Bobby was on circulating. I don't think he actually finished the races, but he was at least out there for us. And Scott was not overly fast, and he was kind of settling with I'm going to keep going until I start getting laps, and then I'm going to pull over so I'm not a liability. And we're like, dude, just circle around for fun. Just circulate and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just drive sensibly and just stay out of people's way, and you'll be fine. So.
Done well. Like I said, I encourage you to watch it back. In terms of the race length, this is another reason why I chose a bit longer races, to see how the tyre wear goes and the like. Because we're so used to sprint racing in this club, going these longer races, how did you find that one?
Well, I don't mind the longer races. I actually do prefer the longer races. But I think I'm not entirely sure if the service has actually updated this car to the new model, an updated tyre model, or if it's still running the older one from when I was driving.
It's on the new model. They updated all cars on the servers, so I believe at the last update.
That'd probably be explain why it feels like if you give it too much, you end up burning the tyres off, and it doesn't like it terribly much.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain that all cars are on the new tyre model now.
Yeah, well, that would certainly explain why it was starting to feel a little bit spongy underfoot coming those last handful of laps. There was a little bit of talk amongst our guys that we probably would have preferred the GP circuit, but the short track's always fun too.
Yeah, you'll notice everything I've chosen is just on a minute or short versions of track. So maybe next time we might go the longer ones, but overall, considering the Builder's Choice is the naming rights sponsor for Friday nights, I think the Builder's Choice cars did quite well tonight. Congratulations.
No worries. Thank you very much.
And apparently I'm cruel.
Dan Yeaman throwing bombs at you from the other side, didn't he?
Look, I'm not racing, so whatever. You guys have to deal with it. You saw here, and while Greg was talking there, that hairpin, even Greg there, just on 2 consecutive laps, just trying to get the braking right, and it just shows how much Aiden's got a really good braking foot for that particular spot. Never locked up a wheel into there and always got the apex, no matter what he did, and was braking about 20 metres later than everybody else.
Well, yeah, there's also no brake markers anywhere for that corner, where every other corner on the track has a braking board at some point.
Maybe Aiden was going, oh, there's the corner, I better brake now.
Probably. I would not be surprised if that's what it was.
Like the park by feel method that my wife used.
Bit of touch parking, hey Joe.
That's it, yeah. Shh, don't tell her I said that.
All right, looking ahead, was it Lebanon? Have you done many laps around there, Mr. Heaney?
Lebanon.
Navarra next week.
Navarra.
I was going to say it's Navarra, actually.
Navarra.
I haven't turned a lap at all.
Okay, cool.
Not one.
You're going to make some new brake markers.
Yeah, but I've seen the track. And yeah, I do understand that it's a little bit up and down and some curbs there that'll probably disagree with you fairly well. After watching one of our other guys turn some laps around there in the Ferrari Cup when it was on a couple of weeks back. So it will make it rather interesting with these cars. But Lebanon, yeah, turn some laps there. Sachsenring, I hope everybody likes turning left because there's a lot of that there.
I'm hoping, because it is a new circuit, and I said this to Joe a couple of weeks back, is it really is taxing on the system. One of the new tracks. I should put an asterisk next to it because it could change, but we'll see.
I don't think Sachsenring's actually that bad because it's kind of the way that they've done it. There's not a huge amount of assets outside of the track area, if you will. So particularly with Zandvoort, I noticed when I came through the hairpin, you've got the whole city skyline there, or not so much city skyline, but the whole skyline of all of the hotels and stuff that are along the beachfront, which are well outside the bounds of the track area. So, but I don't believe Sachsenring has that many assets outside the track. So you might be right.
Now, off into the distance here, you got the crowds off to the right, and here we come down to the final corner, and you got the
more sand dunes,
the big sand. Yes, there's no sand in Holland, is there?
Well, right up against the beach there is.
Yeah, that's right. So, but fantastic venue this one though. It certainly put on a great night of racing for us.
Well, glad we could put on a show for you.
Well, yeah, exactly. As long as people enjoyed themselves, as long as they had a good battle, and then obviously Aiden coming out on top. Well, thank you, Greg. Top job tonight, and I won't be against you until I guess Wednesday night. In the track.
and unless I make a showing in a Formula Ford tomorrow night, and you're there as well. So.
Yes, that's right. Well, we'll get to that in a sec. There's one last person in the room. We're going to jump to Mr. Purple Patch, Sam Chapman.
He's even in a purple car. Look at that.
There you go, purple car. Yeah, not a bad little patch, but yeah, to get where we got to tonight after all the mayhem in between is pretty nice. And but yeah, Zandvoort, great track.
You're probably the only driver all night between myself and Joe who we gave a compliment to that didn't go off the track almost straight away. Joe was saying you had a fantastic drive last night, and then just the last couple of weeks. And it's fitting that your car's purple, that you've been in a really good spot and you're just nabbing those results. So I guess give us a quick rundown on tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't so much of a purple patch in the first race. I got a good start, but then touched Alex going into the bowl there, which was unfortunate. Fortunately, it hurt me more than it hurt him. So then it was a bit of a comeback drive from there. And then, yeah, second race, I got a rubbish start from the line. I was down to about 16th, but after a couple of laps, I was up to sort of 5th. Just overtakes at the pole and that sort of thing around the outside there. So, yeah, that was good. But then, yeah, got turned in on and had to do the rest of the race with no front of the car. So it made it a bit difficult, but was able to fight with people remarkably well. I had an incredible battle with Fred Kahn, trying to get that position back without the sort of straight line pace. And just trying the same move over and over again at the bowl and just getting absolutely monstered until the final lap there. So, yeah, just obviously went straight past me throughout that too. I think I tried that move about 6 or 7 times before it actually finally got done. So, yeah, it was good fun. And, yeah, it's been a decent patch of form. I'm pretty happy with it at the moment.
It's good.
Last night, I gotta say, I know you didn't catch it last night, Nick, but yeah, last night's race, just to recap, in the Porsche was pretty wild. Did you go back and watch the finish of it through the broadcast we did last night, Sam? Because I'm sure you would have been jumping up and down and cheering from the crowds, even watching yourself win that one.
Yeah, I've watched that finish more than once, admittedly. It was... Well, it's the wild thing about that. It wasn't until I crossed the line and I saw the 1 next to my name that I actually realised I'd won the race. Before that, I was just like, I think I'm, I don't know. I just didn't know where I was. I couldn't quite work out who's who in the zoo, and we were going around the final corner because there were 3 or 4 cars ambling around and that sort of thing. Thank you. So I'm just getting out of an Uber. But yeah, so...
Jeez, you don't waste time getting to the pub, do you, Chapo?
He moves quickly, doesn't he?
No, I move quickly. Have a few beers at home, and then you chill fast. But yeah, fortunately, I got some DownForce legends in first. But yeah, no, it was. I couldn't believe my sort of luck and management with it. It was. Yeah. Seeing Denchi run out of fuel is not something. It was actually on comms. I was with like Corey Bennett, who's sick, and so he didn't race. It was like, what? Denchi's running out. Denchi's running out. I'm like, no, he's not. Stop it. Don't do this. He's not running out of fuel. And
easy.
Yeah, turns out he was.
Turns out he was. So anyone who's actually watching the close of this now and hasn't seen it, go back and have a look at the Porsche race from Brands Hatch. From Brands Hatch. And the whole race was outstanding in the rain from everybody that was there, but the last lap of the last race was just was incredible stuff, Chapo. You're kind of getting a bit of a name for being a pocket pincher and taking the chocolates on the last lap when other people have misfortune. So, yeah, well done, mate. Keep it up.
Yeah, thanks, mate. That's my favourite sort of win. It's part of why I love the V's so much. Is a lot of it is waiting for your chance and then trying to pinch the pockets at the right time. So and it always makes for great viewing afterwards when you get a finish like that. I much prefer to watch a finish like that than someone's 20-30 seconds out. So that. For a Porsche Cup race, they're not usually quite that chaotic, and that was quite something. So, Very enjoyable, and great job on on the broadcast last minute as well. You got all the cameras right, all that sort of thing. So
thanks,
made for great viewing.
Well, it wasn't perfect, but we got there at the end. So
Trust me, I understand, Joe. Trust me.
Yeah. But hey, look, we do our best, right? We do. I'm not a paid professional. Anyone can tell that, but we do our best. So I appreciate that, Sam. Thank you. So you enjoy the rest of your night, mate. You go and have some celebratory drinks at the pub there after your Porsche win last night, and your good result tonight in the DownForce Legends.
Will do. Thanks, Joe. Thanks, Nick. Have a good one.
Thanks, Chapo.
Thank you.
All right, Joe, we better wrap this one up. So tomorrow night.
I haven't updated these, so I'm sorry, everybody.
That's all right.
We know what we're racing, but
I'll bring it up on my page here. So tomorrow night, we are at the Mount Panorama for the Mountain Men. We'll be doing the Formula Ford around there, 200 kilometres, 32 laps, 2 safety cars. It'll be about 2 hours worth of fun. It should be good fun, especially in those little buzz buckets, whatever you want to call them. Monday night we'll be broadcast LMP2 from Watkins Glen Boot. We will have
GT3.
a 30-minute race, and then we will follow that up with 2 sprint races from Watkins Glen Boot in the GT3s. Tuesday night, we got the introductory formula, and that'll be the Formula V at the Snetterton 100 circuit, so the smaller one. And that's a 3-race sprint format there. And then that'll be followed by the Super Formula Lights from Suzuka with a 60-minute race. Wednesday, broadcast again, and this is one I'm looking forward to. The NASCAR Trucks at Pocono Raceway, tricky triangle, no turn 4, followed by the Super
Mugello.
2s at Mugello with a 40-minute race there. Then Thursday night we broadcast again Mid-Ohio Sports Cars for the GT4 2-race format, and then they're going to go over to VIR, Virginia International, for a 40-minute race in the Porsche Cup cars there as well. And then 7 days later, from today, we'll be at Circuit Navarra for a 20 and a 30-minute race. Check your local guides, as they always say on the TV, because I've been watching a bit of IndyCar. Check your local guides, but just keep in contact with the Gentleman Sim Racing Club and the associated pages. Speaking of which, support the club that you're watching right now. Jump onto the myshopify.com page, get yourself some merchandise, even print up your own team's merchandise there. And if you need any help, by all means, contact one of the guys in the committee. And I think that's Chris Stark's little baby there that he's looking after there from previously set up there by John.
And whilst you're mentioning Chris Stark too, I want to send out a big happy birthday to Chris Stark. It's his birthday today. I actually spoke to him this morning, and he didn't drop the bomb. I didn't realise, but happy birthday, Starky, mate. Hope you have a good one and a good year coming up ahead. So get on to Chris through the merch store, and we'll get you kitted out in whatever it is that you need. And mate. Yeah, that's about it for there. And our sponsor intros, we'd like to thank Orbic, JJZ Construction, merch.tgsrc.com, M-Wave, Sprayton non-alcoholic ciders, and our race sponsor for tonight in Bowens, the builder's choice for trusses and hardware. So Nick, that probably just about wraps up the show for tonight.
Flash graphics. I just saw it. I knew we were going to miss one or two. I know I missed about 3 last time, but yes, that wraps us up. So
flash graphics. Sorry, Simo. Yeah, so hit up John Simpson for any of your wants and needs as far as liveries go, and John will sort you out.
Well, that wraps us up from Zandvoort. Join us next week from Navarra. Joe, you got anything else to finish that one off?
No, I won't be making the Formula Fords on the mountain tomorrow night. I've got some real world racing commitments, going and watching sprint cars up at the Motorplex tomorrow night. So, yeah, don't be shy. Get in there, Formula Fords on the mountains, always putting on a great bit of racing. So, next week, I think I'm probably just going to have to concentrate on the Porsche Cup again and the broadcasting for Friday night. Unfortunately, my work schedule's got a little bit crazy, so we'll have to concentrate on that one, and we'll see you Monday night for the LMP2s and the GT3s.